iOS 27 is out, and before iOS 27, I made a few videos about complaining about little problems about iOS 26. And iOS 27 is supposed to be about intelligence and stuff, but the most important thing for me is better stability. Small things that make your usage of the Apple devices better. So, I have my iPhone 11 here, my test device. I thought it's not gonna be supported by iOS 27, but it is. So, this is 2019 phone, and it's kind of awesome that it's working. I wanna go through the list that I have here about things that I made a videos about, as I said, if it is fixed. The first thing is that while you were playing a song, I'm gonna have a close up for this. While you're playing a song on the lock screen, if you plug the phone in, there would not be time, because the time would be on a line where a better charging percentage would be shown. And in iOS 27, it is still there. And they made it even worse. If you play any kind of media on your phone, on the lock screen, you can tap the album art or the icon that you're playing, and it fills the entire screen. And the time is above the album. And the time is not always there. When you plug your phone in, it changes and there's only the charging state. So then when you pick up your phone and the phone is charging, you don't see the time for like 3 seconds. So in iOS 27, they did not fix it. In fact, they made it even worse. Now you can set the small time even though you don't have the full screen album art. And now it is only like this. So you don't have to even listen to music to not see the time. The second thing is a selection bubble. A tab bar is at the bottom of the screen for most apps if they use it. And my problem with that was when you tap and hold on the tab bar, there's this what I call selection bubble. It's a liquid glass bubble, and it highlights what's underneath it. So when you in the middle of a home screen and new, there's two things at once selected underneath it. And if you let go, you don't know where it's gonna be. On what page will you be on? You don't know, it's guess. iPad does not have this problem. Again, if you wanna have more deep dive, I made a video about it. It should be somewhere here. So iOS 27. Did they fix it? No, they did not. It's the same behavior for the tab bar selection bubble. Unfavorite. I made a video about complaining that in Apple Music it says undo favorite instead of unfavorite. I looked at the translations. I looked at the different apps, and all that I could find is that only Apple Music says undo favorite in these menus. And iOS 27, it's still undo. And the icons, I made a separate video just about the icons, how it is inconsistent, and it's still the same. In iOS 27, they redesigned the artist page, and I have problems with that as well, but that's for the different video. And the only thing they changed is that instead of the star icon being at the top over here, there's now a share icon. Now it's down here, but it has the same state, and it has a lag for the icon to take a new state. That's the thing, you know. And there was this context menu. This is a menu. You can open it up, and it says undo favorite. That's what I spoke about. But the icon is different. That it is here. Again, I made a full video about it. In Photos app now, when you go to Photos, and you wanna look at, I'm gonna show you this. I was able to have a Siri app on iPhone 11. I have no idea how I did that. I wanted to open files and open up Siri app, and I could not send it. It did not work. By the way, this phone is EU. It is iPhone 11. It doesn't support Apple Intelligence, and it is in EU. Okay, so now you want to delete the picture. Before you can go into this menu, and here was delete. No longer. The way to delete this photo is only by tapping this specific button to delete. That's good. So if we go back to Apple Music, there's a specific button to favorite. It has a light again. But to unfavorite or to favorite, you can still go here into the menu. I don't see the reason why. At this point I don't get why it is there at all. Because you can even share. Before you could not share it like that. You have to go to this menu. Now you can share it just by tapping this. You can create station just by tapping the play button, and favorite it and unfavorite it by tapping the favorite button. So I don't get it. Why there's still the menu? When there is a text moving in Apple Music, on Apple Music, when it's finishing up the rotating of the text, so you can read the text because it has a limited width of the space that it can be shown to and can be shown in. When it was ending, it had like fade. I was like expecting to be supported now on more places, like now playing widget, but it is not, and it is still only Apple Music. Kind of shame. I expected to be now everywhere. By the way, I made a podcast speaking about rumours in about iOS 27. I had a few problems with the rumours, and all the rumours ended up being true. So they ended up being correct. I still think that having a specific mode in camera just for Siri is bad. Because people expect to take moments not to use Siri in a camera app, and to open up a spotlight, I want to call it spotlight, by swiping down on dynamic island. It's not good. No. And there's a new animation when notification comes in, and it comes like from the left, just to show that you need to swipe down from the left or from the time space to go to lock screen. No. I know I said many things about iOS 27. and they were all kind of sad. I said a lot of things that I expected to be there, updated, made better, and they were not. And the rumors were too. So that doesn't mean that I think iOS 27 is bad. I like the improvements they made to stability. That's always cool. That's always good. The way that Apple uses AI is kind of cool in the ways of passwords. It's kind of scary to me to imagine AI going through website and changing my passwords, but I have a lot of compromised passwords, and all of them are for apps or services I don't care about, I don't use. So if they just change it, and maybe it doesn't work, but I never notice it. Or creating extensions for Safari, or creating shortcuts. All amazing, all things that are empowering users in an amazing way, especially the Safari one, because it's making Safari web, it's making web more customizable for everyone. And it's super easy, you just type it in. I have not tested these new features because I'm in EU and it's iPhone 11. And I could install it on my Mac, but I'm not gonna do it because I need a software. Don't work on it. I need Unreal Engine to work, and I don't think it's gonna work with Xcode. Well, in betas. So as I was saying, iOS 27 so many good things about it as well, and I will for sure make a video about it specifically for that. iOS 26 overall is good. I don't like a thing that I think I'm gonna speak about it. Thing that I found bad, very bad. It is in a state that you can mess up your phone so much, or customize the phone, we will come to call it that you don't want to use the phone. And that's bad, that's very bad. I'm gonna show it. You can play music like this. We all know this. Let's go down. Now what you can do, you can clear this now playing widget. Now the phone is playing, but you don't see anything. You don't see why. Why is it playing? How can I stop it? You don't know. If you don't like accidentally clear the widget. Now playing live activity, you don't, because why is it playing? You can customize it that the now playing is not even here. Now, what app is it playing? You have no idea of figuring it out, and I don't know how to get it back. Actually, there was I have not found any menu settings to get it back. Just I guess if I restart my phone, turn off the app and turn it on back. No, it's just I turn it off and turn it on, and it's still not here. I think Apple should be much more careful about this. Playing sound from a phone that you don't know how to turn off, you don't know where it's coming from, is very dangerous. Yeah, so this was my problems, very early problems with iOS 27. By the way, I have a podcast, as I said. It is gonna be somewhere in descriptions. There's an hour of me speaking, frankly, speaking like with no hierarchy, with no consistency. Me speaking for an hour is after finishing the iOS WWDC, and yeah, you can hear me there. I have a Mastodon as well. You can follow me there. Thank you for watching.